Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Bowman. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Sets up fourth down. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Huntley.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Huntley.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Huntley to throw.
Gets it to Gordon.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Back to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, Cartwright. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking to throw.
Huntley.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears are an extra point away from going up by 30. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating?
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Following the fumble recovery, Huntley. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Cartwright. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Huntley. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bears take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. To throw on 2nd down. Bowman. Got a man, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Bears.
On the move past the 40. Still going. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Looking to throw on second down. Huntley flush to, and that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. From 3 yards out.
And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Man open, here is Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Looking to throw. Huntley.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pryor has it complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Huntley. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Frank Reich here on 4th down is ready to try for 3. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Operating from the gun, Bowman. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
So the call there, roughing the passer.
Well, the preseason's time for working out the kinks, but sometimes you've got some defenders who are too eager to impress, trying to make this team. And that time we saw one take a shot at the quarterback way too late.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Off play action, Bowman. And he wisely will throw that one away. The offense on 3rd down tonight, it has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Right back to him on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright, and he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Cartwright, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Bowman.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And Woods has it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 15.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Throwing on 3rd and long. Bowman. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Frank Reich had it right as his guys win the challenge.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just about on his own goal line. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they've put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run on 1st down. Cartwright. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run the counter. Cartwright. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Huntley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Houston's offense taking over again. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. Cartwright.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down now. Cartwright. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cartwright. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw. Huntley. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones.
And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They run the counter. Cartwright. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. To throw on 2nd down. Huntley caught on the right side by Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 3rd and 2, Bowman got his man complete over the middle. It's French.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.